good evening, and welcome to another movie review. Today's review is Veronica Mars.
Veronica Mars was a TV show that aired from 2004 to 2007. It starred Kristen Bell as the title character, a high school girl living in the fictional Southern California town Neptune. In addition to dealing with typical high school stuff, she also worked as a private investigator, taking on cases from her classmates. Normally, each episode would involve Veronica working on one of these cases, as well as bigger mysteries directly related to her, which took place over several episodes or an entire season. When it was at its best, Veronica Mars was some of the best stuff on TV. Great characters, intriguing stories, clever dialogue. Critics loved it, and it gained a number of devoted fans. But despite that, it never really caught on in the mainstream, and it was cancelled after 3 seasons, leaving a number of plot lines with no resolution. For years, Kristen Bell and show creator Rob Thomas tried to make a movie to continue the story, but were never able to get it off the ground. Finally, after 6 years of no progress, they turned to Kickstarter, a crowdfunding website. People could donate money to the movie and receive rewards in return. The Kickstarter was a success and ended with a total of over $5 million.
I donated to the Kickstarter myself, and while I wasn't able to afford some of the bigger rewards, such as tickets to the premiere or actually being in the movie, I did get this cool t-shirt.
So here we have it. The movie's been made. So how is it? It's good. Very good, I would say. And that's because they've managed to maintain what made the show so good. The story kicks off 9 years after the end of the series. Veronica has moved to New York and has a stable relationship and is working to become a lawyer. But just as it looks like she's about to land a great job, one of her old classmates is found dead. The man accused of murdering her is her ex-boyfriend, Logan. He calls her, asking for her help. She agrees to return to her hometown to help out and reluctantly attends her high school reunion, where she discovers that this case runs deeper than she expected. The mystery is fun, but it's not really what this movie is about. It's about bringing back these characters and the world they live in. Almost every significant character from the show returns, and it's like they never left. The tone of the show is also intact. The show was done noir style, with voiceovers from Veronica and very dark stories, but it also had a lot of humor. All of that is on full display here. Rob Thomas directed and wrote the screenplay along with fellow show writer Diane Ruggiero. While Thomas's direction results in the movie feeling just like the show, in a way it's a problem because it doesn't make it feel cinematic and more like an extended episode of the series. But in the grand scheme of things, that's really not a big issue.
Now, if you haven't seen the show, first of all, hang your head in shame, but you're probably wondering if you can enjoy this movie without being a fan. That's a tricky one.
This movie is undoubtedly a love letter to the fans who made it possible. It does give a basic recap of what happened on the show, and the main plot is self-contained. But there's a lot of in-jokes and references, plus tons of cameos. So if you're not familiar with the show, you'll probably feel confused from time to time. That said, I still think non-fans will enjoy it. It gives you a taste of what made people love this show, the humor and the energy the actors bring to their characters, as well as the chemistry they have with each other. All of it is, of course, anchored by Kristen Bell. She was basically born to play this part. You look at her and you probably expect a princess type, not a tough-as-nails detective hiding a dark past, but that's the point. People underestimate Veronica time and time again, and she always proves them wrong. And while Veronica is sassy and sarcastic, she's not just an ice queen. She has a sentimental side too, but only puts it on display when she wants to. And Belle plays every side of Veronica convincingly and makes her into the great character she is. There's a lot of people saying the filmmakers had no right to ask people to donate their money and the people who did donate are suckers. That's a separate issue that I'm not going to get into. But I will say this. Without Kickstarter, this movie would not exist. And I think the fact that all these people came together to make their dream a reality is a really incredible thing.
So, Veronica Mars is a dream come true for fans and may even bring in new ones. The show is a little hard to find because it's not on Netflix, but I would absolutely recommend giving it a look. I didn't start watching until long after it ended, but it hooked me in a way that I didn't expect. And as a new fan, I was very satisfied with the movie. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.